Good Friday morning, everybody. Mr. Kevin's getting 50 emails at a time here.
Yes,
So
sir.
we're
Hey, that's what popularity gets you, and also not checking your email in a few hours.
I keep my up in that corner at the like this is my computer screen.
Mm-hmm.
Up in this tab, I keep my Gmail open on both computers so it dings whenever I get an email,
Yep.
and I don't check my old AOL account. And I'll check it like every 4 or 5 hours, and I'll have like 50 emails on there, and I'm like, because I use that email for the ones that
That's spam. That's where
you
the spam goes to die.
It's like you have to use an email address to sign up. So that's the old email address that I used to sign up with.
Man, I left AOL before they allowed you to keep your address after leaving.
Yeah. I lived off of those free CDs for years.
Oh, man.
15,000 free minutes and this and that. And I lived off those things for years when we didn't have internet service. I was like, yep. Cat and mouse games. Cat and mouse.
Oh, yeah.
So that means I've got like 18 email addresses through AOL.
Ain't nothing wrong with
Anyway,
that.
how you gentlemen doing this morning, Mr. Kevin?
Doing well, Tiny. How about yourself? That good, huh?
I am well slept. I slept all day yesterday and was awake for 2 or 3 hours at a time, and then slept for like 14 hours yesterday, and then woke up at 11, went back to bed at 4, and then woke up at 7. And so I've been up since 7, and it's just, I don't know. It's not well. I think it's Monday. Is it Monday? No, it's Friday.
Yeah. You know what? I had the same thought because yesterday was a day off of just about everything. So I woke up this morning and it's like, it's Monday.
Yeah.
Because, I'm used to having maybe a half a day of a weekend. So,
yeah.
So, it was like, okay, back to work. Let's go.
Yep. Friday it is, though. How you feeling this morning, Bass Man?
I'm doing fine.
Doing fine?
Yeah.
Bass Man had an awesome dinner last night.
I was going to say, it sounds like he's trying to convince himself.
Yeah, he had pork ribs last night for dinner, though. He had to tell me that first thing this morning. I'm like, yes!
I love my country ribs.
Oh, yeah.
The pork ribs.
It's been a while. I've had barbecue. We've got some barbecue here. That's the closest I've had to pork ribs. Barbecue is
we don't even barbecue them. We just cook them, bake them.
Oh, nice. Straight bake. Let's go ahead.
Peppery stuff on it.
Like a pepper rub.
Yeah.
Nice. Let's go ahead and say hello to the fine folks in here this morning. First off, in here this morning saying hello, one and all. SF Kim Rush from way over on the West Coast. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Silver Gator. Hi, y'all. I'm so glad for me to see you. I'll guarantee you. Good morning, sir.
Way down on the bow. Good morning, sir. Miss Amy Harrell, moderator and channel member, saying hello to SF Kim Rush. Good morning, Miss Amy.
I'm Mr. Dennis D. Coffeeed up and ready to go.
Morning, sir, member of the channel.
Never enough coffee.
Sent me and Zoey some pictures of some wildlife yesterday. Some very cool, nice little red, white, and blue scenario going on in his backyard yesterday with the birds and stuff. It's very cool.
Get a cardinal, a blue jay, and a dove.
It would have scared all those off if they'd been in around here.
Yeah. We have Mr. Scott S. Good morning, sir. Saying morning, everyone. Good morning, Mr. Scott.
Morning, sir. Best man, what you gonna do when he's coming for you?
Are most businesses owned today? Owed today? Open today? Closed today? I know some are still closed. They're taking the long weekend. They're taking the Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Yeah.
Some of them will take it to get the 4 days.
Yeah, especially mom and pops.
Yeah.
Just so that you gentlemen know, I'm expecting a package, so if I have to duck away quickly here, you'll know why.
Gotcha. Mr. Bill Driscoll, saying hello to Bass Man. Good morning, Mr. Bill.
KG Coleman is saying hello all. Hopefully you and Miss Smile are having a good morning. Happy Friday.
Oh, wow. It was noisy till almost 2 a.m. I was thinking there were people doing to get money to shoot fireworks for 5 hours. Red Silver, member of the channel. Good morning, Tiny Bassman and Kevin. Good morning, sir. Sorry about that, Bassman. Go ahead.
That's okay. Ours was big till close to midnight, both Thursday or Wednesday and Thursday nights. And then last night, the first night they didn't. I think they went last night until the thunder started, because it had thundered and rained yesterday afternoon a little, and then they got a shot at the sky for their fireworks, and then it started again.
There were none here. I didn't hear the first thing. Usually you'll hear
You were asleep.
fire. Well, they would have woken
Now
me
you
up.
see,
or I
that was
would've-
my excuse. I went to bed like 9 o'clock so that I could avoid them. Because normally, if I stay up on 4th of July, I swear somebody's shooting off a mortar down the street.
Yeah. I went fishing one year, and it was on the 4th. We had a tournament, and the lake I was on had people, that had property right up to the water. I had one guy walk out a dock. We were going down, carrying firecrackers. He was going to throw them in the water. If he'd have tried, he'd have thrown them in my boat. He didn't even know we were there. And then we were all sitting there, and a cannon went off. I mean, shook the leaves out of the trees.
No, I believe it.
Off a cannon.
I believe it.
I hope they didn't have a cannonball in there, because somebody somewhere got hit.
We're under attack.
Your Blue. Good morning, sir. Good morning, my incredible stacking brothers and sisters. We are all so fortunate. The things we take for granted, someone else is praying for. This would be a perfect weekend to help someone in need. Absolutely.
Absolutely. Dr. 55 Chevy, moderator and channel member, saying good morning to everybody. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Dr. 55 Chevy. How are you doing this morning, sir? Good to see you. Mr. Robert Pintoff, member of the channel. We had the same weather here, Bassman.
Yep. I was sitting here yesterday afternoon, and I heard thunder go off, and I thought, people are not going to be happy. And I looked on my weather thing, and it showed that for about 2 hours we were going to have storms. Then it was going to clear up and then come back at close to midnight.
Yep.
And so I think I heard one as late as about 2 o'clock last night.
I did hear the thunder going on.
It was just the small stuff. It wasn't like big fireworks.
Yeah, Mother Nature had her own fireworks going on last night.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I did hear the thunder and stuff when I got up at 11. It was going pretty good.
Yeah.
Rained a little bit. Didn't rain very long, but it rained for a while. Dennis D stayed up and watched northwest. Oh,
Nice.
Baba's sitting on Miss Amy's chest.
Mm.
Nothing like a pup just snuggling you.
We're all
So
caught
this
up.
we are caught up. This weekend have a coin show on Sunday, correct?
Yes, sir.
South of Detroit.
Yeah, just south of Detroit, a town called Wyandotte. It's in the Downriver area, if you're familiar with the Detroit area. And the leaf blower apparently wants to be going right now. Well, we're online, so I mean that's a bonus. But
Open up the window and ask him if he wants to be on the show.
pretty much. Yeah, we there's like about 50 tables at this show, about 20 dealers, and it's at the PLAV. I can never remember what the entire acronym is for. It's like Polish American League of Veterans or something.
Oh, nice.
And they have a beautiful, beautiful area down there. We're there the first Sunday of every month. I'm there right at the front when you come on in. I actually have 4 tables at this show.
Wow.
So I pack the car to the rafters.
Mr. Big Time Dealer at this show, huh?
Well, this show affords you, they give you a good deal on multiple tables, and they encourage you to take up multiple tables because they have sufficient space and they have enough low amount of dealers. So
Nice.
they have it where you can take up whatever space you want.
That's good. That's cool.
And with that, I mean, it comes in handy. Sometimes you can't get enough in the car, but I mean, hey, you do what you can.
So there's no multiple items on the same table at this show. It's everything's got its nice little place.
Oh yeah. So I mean, well, it's a supply show, so I bring my supplies, I bring the coins, my proof sets, even get to put out the mint sets. So it's just, yeah, it's a good show. And thing is, when you have that much space available to you, you can set out a wide net.
Nice. A little bit of everything.
A little bit of everything. Exactly.
Mr. Dennis has a request left over from Wednesday. Can you check for a 19040 Morgan VAM 4B Liberty with a fish hook?
Let me see here. Where did that?
Yes, that does sound like a comfortable show to get around to see everybody, doesn't it, Mr. Pinto?
Mm-hmm.
I like those kind of shows where you got one dealer, they've got 3 or 4 tables, and they've got everything separated nice and neat instead of, at a big show where a big dealer only has 2 tables and stuff is laying, on, because they want to get all their stuff out there, or a nice variety of stuff for people to see. So they've got everything on top of each other. You're looking at, American women's quarters that you need to pick up to finish off your sets. And then all of a sudden you got a 19040 Morgan dollar sitting right next to it. You're like, wait a minute. Modern. Okay, but then, right next to it, you got currency. And then on the next side of it, you got silver jewelry. You're like, wait a minute. This is too much, too hectic, I think every show should either, I don't want to say get a bigger venue, maybe cut down on the dealers and let the dealers have what they need to set out their product instead of trying to jam it full of people,
I want to know about the fish hook.
I wonder about the fish hook.
What's a fish hook?
Fish hook, I believe it's a VAM variety. Can't recall where it's at, but it's like there's a strike where it looks like a fish hook. I want to say going through the eagle's mouth.
Oh, wow.
I'm trying to remember.
I'm looking online. I can't find
1904 Morgan VAM 4B is in boy. Her lip. It's in her lip. It's in.
I was gonna say it's in. It's got to be on the face because the picture I'm looking at shows the face.
Yeah.
Oh, it's if it's what I think it is, it's right at the front. That little bulb-looking thing on the front of the lip.
Yeah.
It might be that because the picture here shows that.
Ah.
You know,
Yeah,
that's
Dennis
where
D
it's
says her
showing.
lips, and Robert Pendolph confirms it's in Liberty's lips.
Well, I'm looking.
Oh, there it is.
Several, but I can't tell you that there anything looks like a fish hook in it.
Here you go, best man.
Hold on. Oh yeah.
Rusty fish hook. Hit
It doesn't
list
look like
40.
no rusty fish hook to me.
Looks like a backwards fish hook, kind of. I don't know. It looks that's a strike, not a strike through
Okay.
a.
I think this is the fish hook.
I was going to say, now that might look like a fish hook.
Gotcha. Is that a die clash? Kind of
Yes.
looks like a die clash. Yeah.
It does. And actually, let's check something that Dr. 55 Chevy won.
Yeah, that's the fish hook because this picture here shows the same thing, but it doesn't have that extra one up there. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, here, let me make you large, Mr. Kevin.
Okay, let me.
Nope.
Nope. No fish hook.
No fish hook. It would be right in front of that chin.
Yep.
Lower lip. But it's
Nice
actually
little-
below the lip.
Got a nice little bulbous chin, don't she?
Yep. So
She's
no,
a pretty lady, though.
no
she's, one of
such
the
luck.
prettiest, she's one of the prettiest ladies on a coin, I think.
She's definitely up there.
Mm-hmm. Hey, look who we had sneaky in here.
Hey, break out the soup and quackers. We got the Lucky Duck. Welcome. Good to see you, my friend. It's been a while.
Bang, bang, crackle, crackle, boom, boom. Hope everyone had their 4th fireworks last night. Good morning, sir. Mr. Bandit Jones. Good morning, Bandit. Good to see you, buddy. Cool. About finding bugs, Amy. Nice. Miss Amy must have found a Bugs Bunny.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, she found her first Bugs Bunny. Nice.
Congratulations. Mr. Kevin Hawthorne, good morning. Hopefully everything down in Orlando is nice and sunny today.
Jay Leno's sister. Well, no, hers is only this long. It would have to be about that long.
Yeah, you'd have to go way down.
Yeah. So we've got the show information for Mr. Kevin. So if anybody's in the area of southern Detroit there, and what was the name of the town?
Wyandotte.
Wyandotte. I knew it was something dot. I didn't want to. I was thinking PennDOT, like
Mm-hmm.
PennDOT. I was like, it's not PennDOT.
Indian tribe.
That's right. Wyandottes are a lot of places too, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
For some reason, I was thinking there was a casino there, but I'm thinking of the Ho Chunk Nation in Wisconsin.
Yeah, no. All the casinos in this area are downtown Detroit. You have to go way out to the Kalamazoo's and the up north in order to find any others.
Nice. We totally lost train of thought there for a second. Was reading Dennis say congrats to Miss Amy. Yes, that's very cool, Miss Amy. I've always thought the Bugs Bunny. First time I seen a Bugs Bunny, I was like, that doesn't look like Bugs Bunny. It looks like a vampire because of that die clash. I mean, it's it's really pointy.
Well, some of them are pretty square. It can, or at least the one I saw was pretty square.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. It looked like
It's a-
big rabbit teeth.
Did you know there's a Climax, Michigan? Yes, I did. Did you know there's an Intercourse, Pennsylvania?
It's a Romance, Arkansas. Gets a
There's
lot
a-
of business at Valentine's Day.
There's another interview with a Franklin.
Yeah, well, in Michigan, you can go from hell to paradise in 5 hours.
That's right. That's right. I forgot about that. There's also another place that I'm not going to name, but it's out there, and it's if anybody knows what it is, it's fairly vulgar. It's quite famous with the comedy shows and the YouTubers that are trying to be funny but aren't really funny, to go there and interview people and ask them what is there to do in such and such place. And yeah, I'll tell you after the show, Bassman.
Okay.
It's a horrible place. It's a horrible named place. Let's just put it that way. So what are the plans for this weekend, folks? Or is anyone going to a show out there? Is anyone going to a local coin shop to look for anything? What are you doing this weekend, Bassman?
We may go look at a car. My wife's needing a vehicle. And
Oh, nice.
we're going to try to get the vehicle before we have to drive it to Cincinnati.
Good idea.
So we might be going to look at. She had one all picked out and ready to go, and somebody came in. The salesman, another salesman, loaned it to somebody, and they bought it.
Ah,
So we didn't get that one.
yep. Truth or Consequences, New Mexico. Yep.
Mhm. Chevy Chase, Washington.
Really?
Yep.
Ah,
We have a London and a Paris.
Dennis D is talking about Uranus, Missouri, home of the candy factory, famous for their fudge. And I refuse to pronounce it the other way.
yeah. Because it is Uranus. Unless you're 5 years old.
Yep.
Or a 47-year-old child. Then it's Uranus.
Unless it's tiny, and then you can.
Yeah. Hi, Marcel. Marcel just coming scared the crap out of me, but laying on my saltwater taffy too, says Amy Harrell. Lala loves saltwater taffy.
Mm-hmm.
Every time we went to the beach, well, we went to the beach twice. When we went to the beach, that was the first thing she wanted to do. I want to go to one of these little stores, and I want to get saltwater taffy. But it's got to be a certain kind of saltwater taffy. It's got to be the generic looking box
Mm-hmm.
that's made locally there, and costs like 10 times more than what regular saltwater taffy is.
Oh yeah.
But it's the good
But
stuff.
that's the best. That's the best kind. I mean, whenever I go up north, there's brands that are made in the northern part of Michigan, and those are summertime favorites up here. So,
Yeah. Mr. John Shank, good to see you, buddy. Saying hello with the little yellow hand waving. Good morning, sir. Good to see you,
hope
buddy.
you're doing all right, man.
Yeah, I hope you're
Good to see you.
doing okay. I know you got some health stuff going on. I hope you're doing good. Hey, Brother Compton.
Yeah. Sorry I'm late, channel member. And you know what? You're not late. You are on time for yourself.
That's
Happy
right.
Friday, everyone.
and you only missed everything up until now. Well, then, but now, because it's
Because we're at now.
not then, but now. And then, but now is now then. But now is now.
Scott S., you haven't had fudge till you had. Okay, this is the proper pronunciation. Mackinac fudge.
Mackinac.
It's not Mackinac.
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 Mackinac. That sounds like a skin condition. Yeah, I got into it and I got the Mackinac. Where did that come from? Is it? Sorry.
I don't know, but something a little less viral, please.
Yeah.
And I see that one ain't square.
Fast Man's looking at the Bugs Bunny.
Looking at Bugs Bunny pictures and trying to find the tooth on it. And
It's in front of his lip.
yeah, it's right on front of his lip, but it just looks like a little triangle on this one. The one I saw before almost looked like a square in front of it.
It's that die clash. Gives it that pointed look.
Yeah.
Let's see. Scott, you can't avoid Mackinac fudge, especially on the island. Yep.
Oh, yes.
Don't want to catch that poison Mackinac again.
Yeah, that's everywhere.
How's your new job going, buddy? Compton got a new job, everybody. I know he was looking there for a while and finally got a new one. Want to congratulate him on that.
Oh, yeah.
His other job is it's not a seasonal job, but it's kind of seasonal. It's where he was selling propane and stuff. It's more geared towards winter, because people need the propane for their heating.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he wasn't getting as many hours as what he was. So. Go ahead.
Sometimes, you just have to make those hard decisions to move on.
Yep. There's also there's a candy that's made around here. It's called Pull candy. Pull, Pull.
Mm-hmm.
It's made with ever loving goodness is what it's made with. I mean, it's a solid, and you look at it, but when you put it in your mouth, it instantly squishes and starts to dissolve. Like that kinetic sand where it's got a perfect shape, but then as soon as you touch it, it just starts melting. You put this stuff in your mouth and it turns into like a powder and then a liquid all in one motion. It is so good, but it has to be a certain time of the year. You have to make it on marble and you have to make it outside in a certain temperature, between 3 degrees of temperature.
Yeah, some items like that, I mean, they are that specific.
And they sell it at grocery stores and stuff. People bring it in and they make it and they wrap it up in twists like
saltwater taffy.
That's what I was going to say. Like saltwater taffy is wrapped up. Oh, it's so good.
Man, you guys are making me want to go up north.
I want to go back. I want to go back to Wisconsin and get some cheese curds. Because that's one of the things, Wisconsin, dairy capital of the world.
Mm-hmm.
They're cheese curds, but they have to squeak when you eat them.
Well, I've had cheese curds before, but when I was in Montreal, they called it poutine.
Poutine. Yeah. Poutine. Cheese curds with gravy on them.
Yep.
Hey, Bassman. John Shank's trying to sell you his 86 Corvette.
I don't need a Corvette. It's my wife. It's for my wife, and she wants something. She don't want my truck because even though it's high enough off the ground, it's too long for the park. Good. So she wants something, like not an SUV, but we have
on the CRV.
yeah, that's what she's wanting right there. And she has a Ford Escape that was her mother's. And so she can see out of it and see the road. And so she wants to get one of those Honda things. And
Well, your daughter got one of those, didn't you? And your wife fell in love with it?
Who, what?
Didn't your daughter get one of those and your wife fell in love with it?
The daughter got one.
Yeah.
Crashed the fire out of it. And after she, now I'm not talking about a car rolling over. I'm talking about a car somersaulting, end over end and sideways. And in the space of a driveway, she went across and didn't hit the culvert itself, but the dirt on the side of it worked like a ramp and flipped it. And so she and stopped the front left corner, so the vehicle went, butt over, and head and tilted. So she come out of that in one piece. And they made that commercial right after that where this woman's saying, "Oh, I fell in love with that car after I saw my kid walk out of the wreck." I'm thinking the same thing.
Yeah, hey, she took it out like the General Lee.
Well, she'd driven a roller skate forever, and because she was in college or for the first part of her college, and she was having to drive a long way. So she wanted something with mileage, so she got this little roller skate. And I was always afraid she'd have a wreck in that thing because, it wasn't big as nothing, whatever that thing was. And all I know is if she'd have been in that, when she hit that culvert, it'd been over.
I seen pictures of it. Now those CRVs, they had a good crash rating.
Yeah. And
this thing took a big hit for it to be in the condition it was in.
What I really don't like about it, though, is I think the car itself caused the accident. Because what we think she did was she was on not a dirt road, a back road, though. And we think her right-hand tire drifted off the pavement. And she pulled to the left. Well, when she pulled to the left, the car thought she was drifting, and it pulled to the right, took her off the road. So I don't like the.
Because they have that self-correcting.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't like that. I'd have to be looking for how you turn that off. But
I'm sure there's a setting for it.
But that's exactly why we think it happened. Is because the road there narrows and widens. The edge of it's not real straight, and we think she dropped off the edge of the pavement a little bit, and the car corrected when she tried to steer back. It took her off through the ditch and across the somebody's front yard, and right at the edge of their yard was a ditch. Was
like a 4-foot deep culvert.
Yeah, the big culvert there, and she missed the culvert. Otherwise, it'd been just a head-on wreck. But she went on through the ditch and started out the other side of the ditch to get back on leveler ground. But then she hit the left front tire, hit that bank, and flipped her.
Yeah, she hit it so hard on the left front, like the road was up here.
Yeah.
And then the culvert come down here. Well, she come across and hit the culvert going up, but it flipped her this way and sideways at the same time. So she went up
and somersault
and then rolled. Yeah. And come down on the other side of the road. So it did all that within a one-lane road.
It was a one-lane road that turned off of that road. And she turned the car completely. It hit the culvert on one side, flipped over, and landed in the ditch on the other side. against the culvert on the other side, like she'd been coming from the other way. It
Yeah,
completely
facing the
turned her
opposite
around.
direction. Yeah. That's like those cars talking about settings on the to reset that. That's like those the Chevys. Chevys do it. When you come to a stop, they shut off.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hers does that.
There's a setting for that.
Yeah.
You can do it. You can do it right from your steering wheel where you can turn that crap off.
Mm.
Yeah.
I mean, think about it. If you're getting close to low on fuel and your car shuts off, it may not restart.
yeah.
Or period. That starter can only start the car so many times before it just quits working.
I noticed hers does that because I rode with her somewhere and we pulled up and I thought, well, the car just died. And then she pushed the gas and away we went. And I thought, no, wait a minute.
Yep.
But
I'd
she
be
said,
turning
no,
that
it shuts
stuff
off.
off. Yeah, saves gas. Nah, takes more to start a car than it does leave it running. That's why you see these big trucks at truck stops.
Yeah.
They leave them running all night
Yeah.
because it takes more to start a diesel up than what it does to just leave it running. But saying good morning to Miss Amy is Kiddo Man. Morning, man. Nice little quick Kiddo Man.
Got the coffee out there. Good morning.
We've also picked up a coin
Hey.
stuff I like.
Nice.
Yeah, and we also got it. Yoke fan.
Good morning, my friends. Working today. Sorry about my tardiness. Oh, you're good, brother. You're
It's
good.
all good, man.
There's coin stuff I like. Good channel to be a subscriber to, folks. Member of our channel. Sorry I'm late. Good. Good you're late, or I can only take so much of that big ugly guy. I'm not going to go in there late.
I think this is what he was trying to say. Good morning, friends.
There you go.
Now there was a question up above. I want to say from sure. He is wondering what the dealers are talking about the price increases at the mint. Honestly, the ones that I've talked to, we've been at our wits' end with their prices for a while now. For me, I canceled my Morgan orders, my Morgan and Peace orders. I think I left one of the reverse proof, but honestly, I'm contemplating that one too. Yeah, the mint is honestly, I would like to see a justification, but I know I'm not going to get it. It's either that or I would like to see an audit, but definitely not going to be getting that. So,
yeah, tends to one government agency tends not to dip into another government type agency when it comes to
but I mean,
audits.
Pretty much, it's triple spot.
Right.
I mean, yeah. Spot right now is what, 31? Yeah, just went over $31 this morning. So welcome back to the low 30s, everybody. And so even generic is probably say 33 right now for generic silver. Premium silver out there, okay, I can see what
38?
38. I mean, I can see 45 for like a silver eagle.
Oh yeah.
But I mean, you get to the proofs and stuff. Well, you know what? I can halfway justify it. I mean, if I take a look at, say, like the New Zealand Mint and places like that, their coinage that they have, like the Transformer ones and the Lord of the Ring ones, they're $99, but they also have to pay the licensing and all that crap.
Right.
Nobody owns the license to a Morgan.
Right.
George T. Morgan left us a long time ago.
Yeah.
And
Well,
gave up his rights whenever he designed something for the mint. So
Exactly.
I only have the one thing out there for the
For the Unkset?
unset, yeah, and I'm thinking about canceling it just because they're doing it to everything else.
The Unkset, they're not increasing the price on that.
No, but they're increasing the price on everything else. Why should I stay and
right. I see where you're coming from.
patron them with with them doing that to the coin collectors?
Right. I can see what you're saying. What you're saying is they're raising the prices and putting a bad taste in all the collectors' mouths. So why should you stay with them?
Right.
Why should you support?
Right.
Yeah, and that's well within everybody's prerogative.
So I'm thinking about taking mine off. I mean, I like getting that one set every year, but it's just
it's
ridiculous to treat coin collectors that way.
But I mean, it was 2 years ago. It went from 105 to 130. Then the year before that, it was at 95.
Right.
So in the last 3 years, we went from 90. I'm sorry, I'm thinking the proof sets.
Yeah.
Right. Silver proof sets.
Yeah, the silver proof set. We went from 95 all the way up to 150.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's $55 increase.
Well, and the thing is, the silver went up, but the silver for the coins they're selling didn't go up on them.
Well,
so
the silver content in there, it's still $1.85 in silver coinage.
Yeah,
right.
They haven't changed the material. They changed the material from 90% 3/9 fine in 2019.
2019, yeah.
And that actually made it cheaper for the mint because they didn't have to source special planchets.
Right.
They didn't have to get the special mixture. So
it's like Yeltvan said, they didn't lower the price whenever the silver lowered.
Exactly.
Well, and that's what's funny is they pay below spot price for their silver planchets.
Right.
I mean, so why charge us spot plus this huge premium if you're not even paying spot price? So it shouldn't matter how much silver goes up because your BS is not making it over to the collector's ears. Is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
We know what's going on. We have the information on the internet to prove you're full of it. And it's just it's way too much. It's getting ridiculous. What's it going to be next year? You know what I'm saying? Is it going to be $200 for a silver proof set? I mean, come on. They say everything goes up eventually. But yeah, $55 in 2.5 years.
And what is this price? Their price went up, so everybody's pulling their subscriptions. What's that going to do to the price of the ones that are going to be there?
Right.
Oh, it's increasing those too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm taking a look at the spot price right now, the historical. And yeah, let me present that.
Believe it or not, Azure Blue, she has nothing to do with the price of the products.
Nope. But I mean, look, here's our prices today. We're at 31.20 apparently right now, which we weren't that far off back in late 2020, August 2020. When the prices went to 105.
Right.
So I mean, yeah, there's the inflationary horse pucky that's going around, but I mean, still, you've increased $50 on the product in 3 years.
Yeah, and look how low it was in the middle.
Yeah. You didn't reduce your price here.
Right.
$17, $18 back in 22. You didn't lower
When
your
it was like
prices any
that,
at all.
when
In
it's
fact, you
like that,
increased
you're
your.
basically running on the average cost, not actual. And so why knee jerk and raise everything so much just because it went up a little bit?
I like this comment right here. It says, unfortunately, I feel it's the goof ups we're paying for, not materials and labor. I can understand paying for labor. I can understand paying for the materials. Now, the mint, the people that work at the mint have not received a raise. That was one of the things that was written about. Is people were wanting more money from the mint. They haven't got a raise, but are they going to give them a raise? And that's why they're raising the prices now. I'm all behind that. I'm all behind people get paid for what they're worth. I think teachers should be the most paid people on the planet because they're the ones that teach everybody how to do stuff. But people that work at the mint, they deserve to be paid what they're worth. They deserve to make good money. Now, if they're going to give them a raise and it's put out there, hey, this is the reason the prices are going up is because our labor is going to cost more. I'm all for the prices going up for that reason, but not because the price of silver went up. No. Because like I said the other day, you've already bought those planchets. You bought those planchets back when it was lower, when it was around $20 an ounce.
Right.
Yeah.
And you paid less than that, probably $18 an ounce. So I don't want to hear because the price of silver went up. You don't have to compete with the open market of silver. You do not have to compete with that. You're the largest dealer of coinage in the world. You put out more coins than any other mint on the planet. So you should not have to raise your prices every time the wind blows in the price of silver. Shouldn't have to.
That's what I was saying. It ought to be like an average, because it was high, then it was real low, then it was high, and then it was, well, it'll go back down again.
It should be formulated by the current spot cost.
Yeah.
Then what's her function? Just be a unit of government employee and have no responsibility? Nope. She is there to run the mint. The people that work within and the going-ons of the mint. People higher up than her are the ones that say this is what the price has to be.
Yeah, that's
it all rolls downhill, Azure Blue. It all rolls downhill.
Yeah.
It's like the manager of a Walmart. They don't make the prices. They just run the store.
No, but if anybody is listening, if you want to start a letter writing campaign, letting us know where to send stuff to get some traction, it would definitely behoove us to, well, I hate to say spam, but spam these people.
Right.
Dynasty.
Educate.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, that cough is catching.
It is Disney.
Yeah, we ought to.
But honestly, I would love to see the breakdown of how $40 worth of silver, $42 worth of silver coins material constitutes $150 price tag,
with a little bit of clad sprinkled in there. Yeah.
Oh, but yeah, there's an extra dollar. There's an extra dollar and 6 cents in there. That's right.
And it's not like it's making, I mean, I'm not saying the people don't need a raise, basically cost of living type thing or anything, but even that part of it hasn't changed that much. I mean, you're not doing twice the work to get these coins out as you used to.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I mean, the cost of living raise is like what, 4%? Cost of living raise is like what, 4% on the year or something like that?
But, and it's not like the coins are getting any better either.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not like it's New Zealand Mint where you have some of the most beautiful coins coming out of.
Exactly.
Vote with your wallet.
Absolutely, Blue. Absolutely.
And you know what? The U.S. Mint website slowed down as soon as that announcement went out. Why did it slow down? Because there was a mass exodus out of the subscription program.
Yep. They'll get the hang of it.
Yep.
Yeah, they'll get the gist. Yeah.
Yes, they will, Scott S. I firmly agree, sir. You and Azure Blue are on the same wavelength there.
Yep.
And Scott S. had another good point. In most cases, the Mint has a monopoly.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nobody else makes an American Silver Eagle.
That's
Nobody
the truth.
else makes a Morgan.
That's another thing. How can they get away with it being a monopoly?
Right. Because they're a government institution.
Oh,
yeah,
they make the rules.
Now, if it'd been the phone company.
Government took my baby.
Bell Atlantic. Wasn't it Bell Atlantic that they busted up because they had a monopoly on the phone?
Bell system.
Mm-hmm.
The whole Bell system. Yeah.
Where did my Bell go?
You can't do that. You can't do that. You can't have a monopoly on it. But we're going to make all the coinage, and
But they can make all the coins and sell them for whatever they want.
And unfortunately, a lot of people's going to buy them.
Mm-hmm.
But like we've seen, just like you said, the Mint website slowed way down. I mean, I went to look at the prices, and it was like loading. And I was like, what? And then when you said that the next time we were on, I was like, oh, yeah, that's what was going on.
Yep. I would like to see their numbers before and after.
All I want to see is their profit margin versus spot price.
Yeah.
After labor costs. Because if you get that spot price, what they paid, you're going to know versus their profit. Then I want to see their labor costs versus that profit. And if it's more than like 30%, that's crazy.
I was going to say the percentage will go way up now that, now that their subscriptions are going down. The money they make on it will be a higher percentage because they'll still sell some.
Oh yeah, there will still be sales. They'll still be out there.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is a black mark on them.
Yeah. And I wonder, do you think it is anything seriously about trying to dig into the coin collectors or
secondary market?
I'm hoping that it's what Tiny said, that they're trying to be more fair on the pay for the Mint employees. I hope and pray that's what it really is. But silver price right now is not much different from where it was 2.5, 3 years ago. We hit 32 years ago.
They raise this up, and people aren't going to be able to afford the secondary market.
Exactly.
They're going to want to put a price increase on it.
Right. And in 2021, they hit and said, we want to do away with the secondary market sales.
Mm-hmm.
We want people to come to the Mint to buy their product.
Right.
And that's when the prices started going up drastically. Now they did it again. They're really trying to get rid of the secondary. They're trying to get rid of flippers.
They're trying to get rid
That's
of
what
me.
it looks like.
Yeah, well, they're
trying to
getting
get
rid of me.
They're trying to get
Yeah.
rid of
Get rid
Mr.
of
Kevin,
Kevin.
the coin
They're
dealer.
after Kevin.
Well, hey, I canceled my Morgans in peace. So
Yeah.
Right. And that and I told and I said that on Monday after you left. Well, yeah, or Wednesday after you left. I said for Mr. Kevin, a coin dealer, to get rid of his subscriptions, that's huge. And you're not a brick and mortar store.
no.
Those places will have to get some, but they'll not get nowhere near what they did in 2023 or 2021. They'll get nowhere near. If they bought 100 in 2023, they'll buy 20 this year. I mean,
No, it's gonna, I can't wait to see in a couple of weeks what actually is at the shows, because I know dealers, they have them for their cases at very first week, and people are out there looking for them for when people are out there looking for them. And normally there's probably a good half dozen dealers in my area that would have them in their cases. I'd be very interested in seeing how many dealers have them this time.
right. And what prices they'll be at. Because if it's, let's just say they buy, the price went up from 75 to 100. Dealers will have to get some for stock, not as many as what they have, but at that $100, and everybody's complaining about it going up to $100, they're not going to be able to make the profits off of them like they did the 2021s or even the 2023s with just a little bit of profit. So $100, they're going to be asking like 110, if that.
Plus, they increased the mintage. So they're not
Right.
even near as scarce as they were in 21, let alone 23.
Right.
So they're putting, I hate to say they're cutting their own throats, but
It's ridiculous.
they are.
I mean, I know I went off on a little bit of a rant there a minute ago, but I mean, whenever they're hurting people that I know want these coins for their sets, and like Mr. Kevin, to put in his showcases, to let people buy them, and to make a little bit of profit off of it. They're making it where people can't even make profit off of it anymore. They want to get rid of the flippers. They want to get rid of the secondary market. So everybody comes to them to get their coinage. A lot of people don't want to deal with United States Mint. A lot of people, a lot of collectors are older folks. They
Don't want to go online.
Exactly. That's what I was getting ready to say. They don't want to go online. They don't want to put their credit card information on the internet. They don't want, their bank to be tied to the internet. They want to walk up to someone like Mr. Kevin and say, "Hey, how you doing?" Shake their hand and say, "Yeah, oh yeah, by the way, I'm looking for this. You got one? Yeah, oh yeah, cool." Well, the older folks would say, "Oh yeah, cool," but sit and have a conversation with somebody face to face and buy something the old-fashioned way, cash over the counter, not a credit card online. Type in your number. What's your CVV number? It's a bunch of bull crap.
Yep.
I'd rather go to somebody like Mr. Kevin at a show, at a shop, and hand them money and get it. They're making it to where it's going to be hard for those people to do that. And if they do that, they're going to have to pay a lot more than what it is from the mint for it.
Yeah, and dealers like me, we have to keep our prices rock bottom in order to entice the people to buy from us. Because you have dealers that are buying them in bulk, that do buy them in bulk. Granted, I don't know what that's going to look like right now, but their costs, because their shipping cost is far less than what mine is, because they spread it over 20 coins instead of 5. And so I charge $10 more than what I paid from the Mint. Well, that's because Mint's charging $91 for the Morgan. Add $5 for the shipping, so I paid $96. So if I'm charging $105, or even if I just charge $100,
Right.
I mean, yeah, there's no room in there. And if somebody else buys 20 of them and they're charging the same 105 or 100, I mean, that the way that they profit off of it is far better than what I can do. So I have to keep my number low in order to try to get that sale first.
Greg Snideker, good to see you, buddy. It's been a
Good
while.
morning.
Remember Greg, don't you, Bass Man?
Mm-hmm.
Good to see you, buddy. Folks, we're at an hour already. We're over an hour.
Where'd it go?
Right here in my mouth, running too much again.
You know, I
Yes.
gapped a little bit too.
We tried to get Tiny off his soapbox.
Pick it up from Canada. You're right. There's
Yep.
a U.S. Mint product
There you
should be
go.
sold at the United States Post Office. Canada does it. Other countries do it.
Mm-hmm.
The UK does it. It can be done. We have the technology. They have cash registers. They have cash registers. They can do it. And people can read there, surprisingly. They can do it. Alrighty. I'm sorry.
Hey, everybody. Yeah, enough of our rant on the Mint. I mean, JJ, good to see you. You're coming in right at the last second, man. Great seeing you, man. But no, thank you everybody for coming on out today. Thank you, Tiny and Bassman, for having me. It's always a pleasure being up here with you guys. But for now, I'm Kevin with Coins Making Sense, your spot for the dissemination of information to the numismatic nation. Thank you very much, everybody, and you have a good weekend. Bye.
Hey, he's got my logo.
He does.
Yeah.
Too bad.
Two of me.
Yeah, I had to join real quickly this morning, so I didn't have a chance to change it.
Yeah, that's okay. Well, y'all be careful. Well, now we're okay. Y'all have a safe weekend, and remember, it's still a holiday weekend, even though yesterday was the holiday. So there's still crazies out there with fireworks and whatnot. So just be careful. See y'all Monday back here. We start 11 a.m. Eastern. So come on back. Till then, I'm wishing I was fishing. Bye.
Thank you, gentlemen. It's always a pleasure to have you guys on here. This is our show. It's no, my name may be the first one, but it's not the most important one. Zoe Strong says Yoke fan and Ken O'Mine. Absolutely. You guys have a good weekend. Be careful. Thank you all for coming out. Please hit the thumbs up button on the way out. I love each and every one of you, and I hope this finds you guys safe and healthy. You guys don't forget to check that pocket change because you never know what you got in your pocket until you look.